Hello, everyone. It's time to face the music. We're here with Ben Burbrink, a music artist who creates his own music from home. Ben is top 500 in the UK on Spotify.
Yes.
So, Ben, when did you start to create music, and what inspired you to do so?
So I've been making music now for 4 years, and I was really inspired by bands like the Rolling Stones, Oasis, and all the music that I grew up on, basically.
Uh, what instruments do you play in when you make your own music?
Oh God, where do I start? Piano, keyboard, sometimes the harmonica, of course the guitar. I'm known to, play the bass a little bit, but it's not that solid yet, really.
So, what's your favorite song of your own creation? Like, do you have a particular favorite that
Oh.
rests with you?
Well, there's one coming up on the solo album that's coming out this summer called "The City," and it's a real like '70s glam rock, like T-Rex meets Bowie type thing. So it's really just a rock and roll, really.
Do you like David Bowie?
I do.
What's your favorite album?
My favorite album is "Scary Monsters and Super Creeps." It's
Really?
a great record.
Dude, I love Hunky Dory. My dad has it on vinyl. I always steal it from him.
It's a great record.
But
When it comes to like artists, who do you view as like your biggest inspiration?
Oh.
Is there anybody in particular?
Oh my God, there's so many, really. I mean, sometimes it's Kanye West, basically on a visual standpoint. But really, it's either my top five with Oasis, the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, the 1975, and of course David Bowie.
yeah. Um, how would you explain this career to someone who is interested?
Oh, that's a tough one because there's so many things you can do with a music career. You can be a producer, you could be a recording artist, you could be there's so much, but I'd say just find what you're passionate with. Go to local venues, support local bands. If you want to be an artist, that's a really good way to get your foot in the door. Because as soon as you have some connections, that's when you can really start to, branch out and spread your wings.
Yeah.
Can you explain how you sort of made that name for yourself in the UK? So perhaps someone who also wants to be like that could probably get an idea of how to do it?
Well, it all started with producing for artists like Jake Bugg, mid-level. Well, over there, they're kind of big, but over here, they're mid-level or really unknown. But it all starts with producing. As soon as you have, like your name out there in the production world, that's when you can just go right in and.
I get you.
Yeah,
Would you ever consider collaborating with somebody?
definitely. I've done many collabs. Some of them are, they're not out yet.
No.
A lot of unfinished stuff. A lot of, there's just a lot of stuff in my back catalog that's just chilling. I have about maybe 6 albums worth of stuff right now.
Do you like to work alone, or do you prefer to work in a group, or is there no real preference there?
Well, I was in a band for a while, and solo is way better. You only have to worry about yourself. I think Noel Gallagher says it best, really. When he left Oasis, he was like, "This is really perfect for me because I don't have to worry about the lead singer. I don't have to write songs for other people. It's just me." And that's what I love about it because I know what I'm comfortable with and I know how to push my boundaries. It's just perfect. You only have to focus on yourself. You don't have to worry about anything else.
Yeah, he has a lot of good solo stuff too.
He
that-
really, yeah.
After Oasis, that was really cool.
If you like wanted to work with somebody or somebody wanted to work with you, is there anything that you would like expect of them in particular?
Well, I just have a good work ethic. I hate working. Well, don't like working with people who are really lazy. Because I don't like my time to be wasted. I'm really busy. I've got all these other artists that want me to produce for them, and all these other people I'm trying to help. So it's not great when someone comes in, they don't know. It's okay, not to know where to go with a song or an album, but when you just, last minute everything, it's just not okay. It's not the right thing to do.
And it's also kind of risky because if like even on a life standpoint, if you last minute just about anything, it's gonna make the finished product kind of sloppy.
Yeah.
And it's probably not gonna be at its full potential.
Let me tell you from experience, I know all about that. I know all about last minute set lists and all that.
if I was gonna wanted to start my own music career, what instruments would I, go towards? Because that's
I
a big investment, all those instruments and
That
stuff.
is true. I would go towards the guitar. That's the easiest thing.
Mhm.
Well, pretty much the easiest thing you can learn. As soon as you got that down, go to the keyboard
Yeah.
because you're trained to. Even if you don't take any music lessons, what you've learned on the guitar, from YouTube or whatever, you can apply that to keyboard.
Yeah.
Because a lot of stuff on keyboard can be played on guitar, and vice versa.
Yeah, equipment wise, is there any particular brands or models you'd recommend for, say, like speakers or something like that?
I could go really basic and say JBL, but yeah, JBL, they're quality. They're just amazing. If the Rolling Stones use JBL,
Yeah.
you should too.
What kind of guitars and stuff do you have?
Oh, I have 5 different guitars.
Oh,
I
geez.
have a Noel Gallagher Gibson,
Oh my God.
the
Yeah.
Union Jack.
Mm.
I have a reprint or a redesign of that.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. But
Mhm.
I have a Fender Stratocaster. It's like
Oh,
a Kurt
Yeah.
type,
Mm.
in utero type thing. I really like to, model my guitars after some of my favorite artists.
Yeah.
Now for the most important and final question. What do you see as the most important aspect of this career?
I'd say self-identity because I just got out of a really bad label deal where they wouldn't let me release my own, solo album. They just wanted me to do instrumental stuff. I only started making instrumentals as a way of an expression after a really dark time in my life. So once I kind of moved on from that, I wanted to make, this new solo album that's coming out soon. But they didn't see that because they didn't think there was a market for it, which right now that's false.
Yeah, that really sucks.
Yeah.
Well, time's up. We appreciate that you faced the music and hope you took some of Ben's advice into consideration. And Ben, we're happy to have you here.
Yeah, it was great to be here. My new album comes out March 15th, Lost Volume 1. It's an instrumental album, but it gets the job done. There's an accompanying film coming out for it in June with the part 2. So
Oh, that's cool. Oh wait, so it's on Spotify then?
yeah, it'll be on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, all everywhere.
There you go. Ben just left you with something.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've given lots about yourself and ideas for newer artists, such as what instruments and other equipment to use and how to get started, the JBL, all that stuff. We're excited to see what happens next in your career, maybe you can get that solo album released eventually, if you ever get allowed.
Yeah.
If you're interested in a music career like Ben's, whether it be playing an instrument or mixing, be like him and pursue it with a passion and use some of this advice to guide you through. See you next time for Face the Music.